So in last video we did the unboxing for a Samsung Galaxy Watch. We checked what are included in the box. In this video we'll be doing the full-on review for the Samsung Galaxy Watch 20mm. My name is Akib. You're watching Technoboss India. Let's get started. So here I'll cover all the aspects of this watch. So I have divided this into sub parts. Now to be honest, there are so many, so I can't remember it myself. Uh, Here are the ones which I'll be covering. In terms of design, this looks like a real watch. The body is made up of stainless steel, which gives it a pretty good impression. The bands are also pretty nice. So these are the 20mm band, and the watch looks and feels very good. As far as the weight of the watch goes, it is a bit on the heavy end, but still you will not feel the difference if you wear these kinds of sports watches. For display now, this is a Super AMOLED display with the resolution of 360 by 360, and to be honest, the display looks good. It feels great. This is the Corning Gorilla Glass 5 over the display, which means that there is the added protection. But I have used a tempered glass on this watch. I'm not sure whether you're able to see it or not. So you might see a tempered glass. If you want, I'll leave the link in the description for the tempered glass. When it comes to brightness, the brightness is also pretty good. The outdoor visibility is amazing, so you should not have any issues with this watch when wearing it outdoors. So the watch runs on Samsung's own Tizen OS 4.0, and to be honest, the OS is pretty responsive. There are no lags at all with the touch screen. But one of the most highlighted feature, one of the most coolest feature of this watch is this rotating bezel. So I feel this is one thing which every watch can go ahead and use, since it is pretty easy to use the controls via the rotating bezel instead of just going ahead and using the touch screen. Also, if you're trying to read some tech, again under this scenario, the rotating bezel is much better, since it will not cover your screen with the finger, and will create problems for you reading the articles. And after a few days you might start playing with this. The tactile feedback also is pretty good. As far as the internal memory and the RAM goes, this has a 768 MB RAM with the 4 gigs of internal memory. I wish they could have allotted some more memories, but this is what you get. In terms of control, the functions are pretty easy. So for the control center, you just slide down, and this is your control center where you have different shortcuts. If you slide to the left, you will get your notifications, where you have all the notifications, and you can of course go ahead and respond to them. If you slide right, you have your widgets, so you can select as many widgets as you want, and this will act as the home button. And this is the back as well as the menu button. So once you click on it, you have all your menus which are arranged in a circular form. So whichever you want, you can go ahead and open it directly. To go to the next page, you just either slide it and it will take you to the next page, or you can again use your fingers. In order to go ahead and change your watch face, you just hold your finger on the screen, and then you have a dozen of watch faces which you can select. Apart from that, you can download more from the Galaxy App Store. One quick thing is that some of the watch faces have customizable options. Few of them, not everyone. So for example, this one, and if you click on customize, you have a different customizable options where you can change the color of the watch face, or you can also change whatever the information you want on the screen. Apps are limited in the Tizen ecosystem. That doesn't mean that you can't find good apps. There are good apps, but as I told you, these are limited. So you have some basic set of apps, but not like what Apple has to offer for its WatchOS or Google for its Wear OS. And most of the apps here are paid. So you get some free apps as well, but most of them are under paid section. If apps is one place where the Tizen OS lacks, it makes up for the watch faces it has. So you have the ample amount of choice of watch faces. So to be honest, I felt these are much better than what Google has to offer, and of course what Apple has in its WatchOS platform. The choice is unlimited. So as soon as the notification comes in, it should pop up on your watch. So here you see that the notification pops up on your watch, and you have the option to reply to the notification either through the dedicated short messages which you have. Again, you can use the bezel, or you can use the finger to go up and down, or you can go ahead and click on read more, where it will show you all the messages from that person uh, inside the watch. And to reply, there are three ways. First is of course the Bixby, where you will click on the mic and you can reply via that. So let me try to reply to this notification via the mic. So I'll click on this. I'm fine. Now as you can see, this takes a lot amount of time to reply, so that is why I don't like Bixby on this watch. So my preferred way is either to via the keyboard. Now in terms of keyboard, you have two options. So one is to write using your finger like this. This is easier way, or what you can do is just simply rotate the bezel and you have a smaller keyboard, the T91. This is a bit hectic to use, but it is still out there. In terms of health, you have Samsung Health on board, which has ample amount of health exercises. So as soon as you click on the Samsung Health, it will show you the calories burned, and apart from that, how many floors you have climbed, your steps, and your exercises. Apart from that, there are also different kinds of exercises which you can select, or the watch automatically selects for you. Apart from that, you have something called water lock mode. Once you click on the water lock mode, you can go ahead and use this while swimming. It will track your swimming as well. As far as the step count goes, it is fine. It takes some time to log in to your steps, but once it is able to capture your steps, this works flawlessly. So as soon as you put one step ahead, it will record one step. So I had no complaints with the steps. Your data is stored in the phone, and you can access that from the Wear app of the Samsung. Now here, if you click on home, you get all the information such as the battery, the storage, and of course the RAM. Apart from that, you can set notifications for which apps you want notifications and which you don't. So everything is synced directly to your phone through the Wear app. Now for a Samsung phone, this app comes preloaded, but if you have any other Android phone, you'll have to go ahead and download them. The battery on this watch is insane. I was able to get around 2 days of battery life from this watch. So if you keep the always on display off, you should easily get around 2 days battery. You can use this watch for calling as well. and to be honest, the clarity is pretty good. The person speaking from the other side was not able to make difference whether I'm speaking through the watch or through my phone. Yeah, in public it may sound a bit annoying speaking like this, but still this is okay. If you are, say, in a crowded place and you don't want to take out your phone, you can go ahead and respond using your watch. This watch is IP68 water resistant with 5 ATM depth, so you can go ahead and submerge this watch for up to 30 minutes. This watch can be used for swimming as well, since it also tracks your swimmings. So this is another good thing compared to the previous generation one, which had IP67 water resistant instead of IP68. So you get a wireless charging dock with the watch. The charging is pretty easy, so you just have to go ahead and put your watch on this and it will start charging. But it takes around 2 to 2.5 hours to charge the watch, which I think is more. Now this watch comes in two variants. One is the 42mm and another is the 46mm. The price for the 42mm in India is around 25,000 and for the 26 it's 29. Though there are some offers on Flipkart where you can get this around 19 to 20,000 on sale options. Now in that price, is this a good buy? Definitely yes. This is the best watch out there for an Android phone, and I'm not kidding. Though yes, the apps are limited, but if you're a person who wants a practical watch with practical features, go ahead and buy this watch. You won't regret it. It's a good watch. So that was it from my side. Thank you so much, and if you like my video, please go ahead and like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.